Hi preschool friends, it's Miss Jen. Now I'm going to read you a story. I'm going to read Show and Tell, written by Robert Munsch and illustrated by Martchenko. I'm going to read Show and Tell because this week in our video chats, we're having Show and Tell. So everyone gets to bring something that they want to show the teachers and their friends on the video call. So here we go, reading Robert Munsch, Show and Tell. Benjamin wanted to take something really neat to school for show and tell, so he decided to take his new baby sister. He went upstairs, picked her up, and put her in his knapsack and walked off to school. Yikes! That doesn't sound like a good thing to do, does it? Okay. But when Benjamin sat down, his baby sister finally woke up. She was not happy inside the knapsack and started to cry. Wah, 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 wah. The teacher looked at him and said, Benjamin, stop making that noise. Ben said, That's not me. It's my baby sister. She's in my knapsack. I brought her for show and tell. Yikes, said the teacher. That's funny, because that's what I said too. You can't keep a baby in a knapsack. She grabbed Ben's knapsack and opened it up. The baby looked at the teacher and said, Wah, 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 wah. That looks like a very loud cry. Look at the teacher's hair. Don't worry, said the teacher. I know how to take care of babies. She picked it up and rocked it back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Unfortunately, the teacher was not the baby's mother, and she didn't rock quite right. The baby cried even louder. Wah, 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 wah. The principal came running in. He looked at the teacher and said, Stop making that noise. The teacher said, It's not me. It's Sharon, Ben's new baby sister. He brought her for show and tell. And she won't shut up. Yikes. We don't like it when we say shut up, right? When I read this page again, I'll say she won't be quiet. The principal said, don't worry. I know how to make kids be quiet. He picked up the baby and yelled, Hey, you, be quiet. The baby did not like that at all and screamed really loudly, Wah, 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 wah. The principal said, What is the matter with this baby? It must be sick. I'll call the doctor. The doctor came with a big black bag. She looked in the baby's eyes, and she looked in the baby's ears, and she looked in the baby's mouth, and she said, don't worry. I know what to do with the baby. The baby needs a needle. So the doctor opened her bag, got out a short needle, and said, Nah, too small. The doctor opened up her bag and got out a longer needle and said, Nah, too small. The doctor opened up her bag and got out a really long needle and said, Nah, too small. The doctor reached into her bag and got out an enormous needle and said, just right. When the baby saw the enormous needle, it yelled as loudly as it could, Wah, 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 wah. Ben said, What's the matter with this school? Nobody knows what to do with a baby. He ran down to the principal's office and he called his mother on the phone. He said, Help, help, help. You have to come to school right away. The mother said, Ben, your little sister is lost. I can't come to school. I have to find her. She's not lost, said Ben. I took her to school in my knapsack. Oh no, yelled the mother. She ran down the street and into the school. The principal and the teacher and the doctor were standing around the baby. The baby was yelling as loud as it possibly could. Wah, 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 wah. The mother picked up the baby and rocked it back and forth, back and forth. The baby said, and went back to sleep. Oh, thank you, said the principal. The baby was making so much noise. It was just making me feel sick. Sick? Said the doctor. Sick? Did that man say he was sick? He must need a needle. So the doctor opened the bag, got out a short needle, and said, nah, too small. The doctor opened her bag and got out a longer needle and said, nah, too small. The doctor opened her bag and got out a really long needle and said, nah, too small. The doctor reached into her bag, got out an enormous needle, and said, ah, just right. The principal looked at that enormous needle and said, wah, 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 and ran out the door. Now, said the mother, it's time to take this baby home. Right, said Ben. You can use my knapsack. What a good idea, said the mother. Ah, who's in the knapsack? Do you think that's what Benjamin meant? I don't think so. Ben's mother put the baby into bed. She went to sleep and didn't cry, not even once. Ben went back to school carrying some strange things for show and tell, and he wasn't out of place at all. Look at all the things that all the kids brought for show and tell. Oh, do you see this one here? Where is it? Here. This is the guy from the story of that he says he has to go pee when he gets his snowsuit on. Oh, and look here. Here's the dragon from the Paperback Princess. Paperbag Princess. Do you see anything else in there that's from some of Robert Munsch's other stories? Oh, there's the Paperbag Princess. Right in the middle there. Right there. So many fun things brought for show and tell. All right, there we go. Robert Munsch, show and tell. I hope you enjoyed that story, and I can't wait to talk to the rest of you this week on our video calls and get to see what you're going to bring for show and tell. All right, my friends, I'll see you when I see ya. Bye.